Go.
Hello, this is Jacob the Thompson Gazelle coming back at you. We seem to have a major issue on our hands. The cheetah has grown super tall legs. Yes, I said it, super tall legs, as if they weren't tall enough already. So not only are they killing us once again, but they look good doing it. So how does longer legs help the cheetah exactly? Well, one, they can store more energy and therefore they can run longer. Remember, the gazelle prides itself in running longer distances than the cheetah. But if the cheetah can find a way to have better endurance and sustain its normal 70 mile per hour speeds, then us gazelles may be in a tad bit of trouble. Number two, having longer legs allows them to be higher off the ground. Therefore, they can see prey more effectively. And remember, we've evolved those curved hooves, and that has allowed us to dig into the ground and therefore hide our undercoat, our bright undercoat. But if the cheetah is taller, it has a better advantage point over us, and therefore they are able to see us more effectively than normal. Number three, longer legs allow them to run even faster, as if 70 miles per hour wasn't enough. As they're already one of the fastest animals on the planet, they are now even faster. A higher density of muscle allows them to achieve these speeds. So what can us gazelles do to combat this adaptation of the cheetah? Well, we have a 3-step plan for you that is sure to work, or else our species may be at risk. Number one in our 3-step plan is adjusting the direction of our horns. Now, typically our horns are facing backward, and I have a diagram for you to see here in just a second, but typically they face backwards. And that's typically useful because it causes less friction in the air while we're running, so therefore we're able to achieve a higher speed. But if our horns were facing forward, such as you see here, and of course this is what it looks like normally. Here is after we have adapted and evolved, where they are facing forward. We do have a problem with air friction, so we do slow down just a little bit. But since these horns are very sharp and they're pointing in a forward direction, we can use these to try and stab or wound the predator or even our prey that we're hunting down. So we can use that as an extra defense mechanism. If they're pointing this way, I think we could have more usefulness to our horns as if they're just pointing this way. This could also help us with digging up resources. If our hooves cannot get a food resource that we could typically get, then we could actually use those horns to get into the ground maybe a little bit deeper, and therefore we're able to get resources more effectively. Number two, improving our sense of smell. So we have adapted to have different horns, but improving our sense of smell is also very important. Now, many animals have an olfactory nerve cells and a large olfactory epithelium when compared to humans. They're typically much larger, and our nerve cells are in a much larger quantity. That makes us more sensitive to smell and a greater ability to process and analyze olfactory information. Typically, that's why we are able to smell more efficiently than what humans would. In addition, we also have the Jacobson's organ, which humans also have. It's funny, we used to call my third cousin Jacobson right before the cheetah. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyways, this helps detect heavy moisture-borne particles. If we enlarge the Jacobson's organ in the olfactory epithelium, then we can achieve a greater sense of smell and therefore detect the cheetah before they can get into striking distance. And here's a diagram for you of what this would look like. So essentially, this is what the olfactory system would look like, and this is in many animals here. So you have your Jacobson's organ, as we've mentioned. We have our olfactory epithelium, the olfactory bulb. All of these components here, if they are enlarged, then we could achieve a greater sense of smell. Here it is on a dog. I've never really been a big fan of dogs, but that's a diagram of what it would look like on a dog. So if you enlarge these organs, the bulb, the epithelium, then we can achieve this greater sense of smell of what we're talking about. And in our third and final plan, we would decrease our diet and therefore decrease our size. And you'd say, Jacob, why would you do that? Although this would affect us nutritionally, which could be a major effect, learning to have a smaller diet would decrease our body size. And we can hide better. We have smaller size. We're able to hide and brush more efficiently. And we can start quicker. Remember starting where we leap up in a bounding leap where all four hooves leave the ground. Therefore, we're able to invade faster and allow us to get the edge on our predators. We're able to run a little bit quicker. So, I have a message for you, cheetah. You may look better, you may be faster, but you will never be smarter than us Thompson gazelles.